Hodge now up to 87 yards, 87 yards rushing and 186 passing.
Very near the football equivalent of the double-double, right?
Correct.
And he gains a few more there, maybe a yard or two.
Davis with the tackle, some
and Cal
friends with him.
Cal does not have to snap it again before the end of the quarter, and it looks like they will not. So the lead is still 14.
But credit Union County for the way they came out of the locker room. And they've once again made this a two-score game.
It's Christian Academy of Louisville 28, Union County 14. You're watching the UK Healthcare Sports Medicine KHSAA Football State Finals. So it's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line as Cal begins his fourth quarter of play just like they began the game. And I think that would be the double-double now, as it looked like Hodge gained about 13 or 14 maybe. 12.
That puts him over the 100-yard mark. 101 yards rushing and 186 yards passing. He's been fantastic.
And he's played every snap on defense, hasn't he?
He has.
Same way with Johnson for Union County. Hodge going up top, got a man. Back shoulder catch, and that's Cotton, who is finally brought down by Schroeder.
Cotton had to adjust. Looked like he might have lost it in the sun, and then right there, Cal with the answer.
Right? Both these coaches ask so much of their quarterbacks, and man, are they getting it. There's a whistle as the teams break the huddle. Looks like an official's timeout back at about the 35. Looks like somebody's got an equipment problem. Chinstrapper, the mouthpiece, came unconnected from the face mask.
The official giving him a heads up, giving him a help out there.
Right. Don't want to have to incur any additional dental expenses at the end of the year. Even if you do have your deductible covered, you don't want to do that. So the clock runs again. As the Centurions have it at the 22. Little trap block. What a nice play.
Oh, my goodness.
How about these cuts? Hodge with another score. That is crazy. But, Jody, as you look at this, It's either one of the guard. I think it's one of the guards that comes out on just a little trap play and gave him just enough of a kick-out block to get the deal done.
Yeah, it is a fantastic job there. I believe it's
51.
It's 51, and that's Calvin Goff, another freshman. See, pops out, gives him the little bit of a kick out, and then Connor Hodge does the rest.
It's like
Zigzagging around.
It's like it's a video game, Jody. I mean, he goes inside, then he bounces again, goes inside, bounces again.
Yeah, I think he got he took his helmet off after on the celebration over here.
But wasn't he on the sideline though?
I think I don't know. I guess
he may not have been inside the team box,
correct.
But he was off the field.
Correct.
Augustine's extra point kick.
After a run like that, allowed to celebrate a little bit.
It's up and good. So that would have been a 6-play, 85-yard drive. The final 22 coming here from Hodge.
Hey, the great thing is that he not only did he get the cutback and do that, but watch here at the end. So he could go, I'm going to go here. I go there. Nope, one more cut. And it's just.
And look at this. I don't know what the rule is, but he's off the field.
Yeah.
And then the guy who signaled touchdown throws the flag right there.
I'm not sure what the rule is.
He's not out there trying to show anybody up or anything, but such is life.
He'll make up that 15 yards when he gets the ball back. Coach, I got you.
Listen, give Union County all the credit. They put a big run together in the third quarter, but how important was that for Cal to answer right there?
And an emphatic answer.
Yes.
6 plays, 85 yards. He had a big run early, a 13-yard run early in the drive, the pass to Cotton, and then the 22-yard touchdown run. Yeah, just a huge answer for them, and really Christian Academy just has too many weapons around Hodge, and he's able to do so many things. He's just hard to stop for Union County.
Augustine keeps it low and short as he has all afternoon. And a nice return there as Luke Thomas is able to stay on his feet.
About a 14-yard return. Luke Thomas doing a good job of catching that. A line drive hit him right in the chest. And Augustine, the kicker, come up and make the tackle.
17 yards on the return. First and 10 for Union County. Cal 41-yard line.
So the Braves start this drive from the Cal 41. Handoff outside, and what a stop that was. Big time play by Micah Newsom.
Yeah, Newsom leads them in tackles, and you see why right there. Just a big time effort. It looked like Thomas was going to be able to get out there and get the corner.
Loss of 3, second and 13 in the 44.
Lost 3.
Johnson puts it in the air and finds in the shadows an open receiver. And I believe that's Thomas again.
It is, and he fights for the first down. He just gets the last yard. And for all the good things that they've done, and Hodge is talking with his guys there, Hodge and Stone Perkins, somebody let Thomas go wide open there.
I don't understand this whole daylight savings time thing, right? But, I mean, here we are, and it's almost 2 Eastern, and those shadows are all the way out to the hash. No wonder everybody's sleeping. Johnson again runs through a tackle Finally brought down by Jackson Settle.
Another broken tackle. I'd love to see the total. It's up close to 20, I think, on the day on his 21 carries.
2nd and 4 for the Braves.
I mean, that's one of those things, if they were keeping that stat about yards after catch, oh my gosh, cause a coach to pull his hair out. Up the middle again, no surprise. Down near the goal line, and finally, it was a combo play from Hodge and Garyon Hobbs.
And Johnson that time ran right into his blocker and ran over him, and then the blocker kind of gave him a little shove, and they kind of went along together for about 10 yards. Boy, he's fun to watch.
I mean, what kind of numbers have these two quarterbacks put up today? Pretty amazing. Johnson breaks one tackle but can't get through a second. Last man off the pile is 55, Brody Cherry.
No gain on the play. 2nd and goal at the 4.
He's got 153 yards rushing. It's 5,283 for his career. That's a lot.
2nd down and 4. Ball at the 4. Johnson rolls into the end zone.
Oh, he had him.
Just a bit too high as Keelan Gobin was back there. Boy, that's got to be awfully difficult. You're going out of the sun, into the shadow, throwing into the shadow.
Yeah, he had him open. He had him actually a little bit earlier, didn't see him. Then I thought Johnson probably could have run it in, and he decided to throw it. He had him open in the back, right at the back line, just a little too high.
So 3rd and goal. Johnson again rolls right. This time he throws, and Thomas has got it for a Union County touchdown.
They like that play when that's the one thing I've noticed when they run something good. If they miss it or if something okay happens and they like it, they go right back to it. They run basically the same play. That time though, Thomas cuts his route short coming across the end zone, and he was open right at the goal line.
Braves an extra point away from once again making it a 2-score game. Low snap, but they get it down, and it's good.
Well,
7 plays, 41 yards, 329. Thomas with the 4-yard touchdown pass from Jared Johnson. And with 6:55 to go, it's Christian Academy of Louisville 35 and Union County 24 here at the UK Healthcare Sports Medicine KHSA Football State Finals. Again, that one's in the air, and they got that one. They had it and lost it. Who was that?
It was Thomas.
That was
He had
Thomas,
it.
who just scored the touchdown, and he had it and couldn't secure it. Wow. These dudes just don't quit.
That ball took a crazy bounce there.
William, that ball was more than 10 yards. That was no doubter right there. Here it is. That took a big hop on that
Big ol'
second
hop.
hop. And it looked like,
Yeah, Thomas had it in his hands.
and that looked like it was John Green who kept it away from him and kept it from being recovered as Hodge just adds to his numbers. Has he had a negative play all day?
He got sacked early in the game. And I think that was probably the only negative play he's had. He's 14 carries, 133 yards, averaging right at 10 yards a carry, 12 of 16, 215 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception.
I don't know if he plays on special teams, but other than that, he's been out there for every snap.
He's been out there a lot. I don't know that he's out there every special team, but he's out there for some of them.
But he has been there for every snap offensively and defensively. And just as soon as we talk about no negative plays, there you go. And that's the second sack of the day. And that's Camden Davis, the 6'3 senior.
Just did a nice job up front there, Davis did, of getting into the backfield. And then Hodge, as you see, Hodge looking right, coming back, and just didn't see Davis. A lot of pressure there. They had pressure from both sides.
If you're Cal, you don't like the loss, but the clock continues to run now.
Correct.
Under 6 minutes.
They're just smart. Be very, very smart in what you do here.
Giving it to Hodge is pretty smart.
Keeping it at that guy's hands.
Used a lot of time, and that may have been another carry for a loss.
It was. He broke 2 tackles and got almost back to the line of scrimmage. This defense is doing a good job.
Looked like McPeak put him away on the tackle.
So 3rd and long. Remember, Union had to use a couple of timeouts early on.
They did.
I think it's almost
So
getting
you're
too early.
thinking they
If you stop them here, you use a timeout to make them, to stop the clock on the punt. I'm not sure at this early.
But if Hodge got all kinds of time, nobody open,
Flag.
and there's a flag for a hold. And Hodge continues going, but again, that used an awful lot of time, and they won't put time back on the clock because of the hold.
You want the ball, so I don't think you would take the hold.
That's what they're asking.
But I think you might take the hold for the yardage.
They are going to take it. That'll give Cal another crack at 3rd down. But then I guess what you're playing with is if you can stop them on
Right.
3rd down here, then you just put 11 men up on the line and try to block the punt.
It is 3rd and 28, so you're playing with okay, we're gonna keep them under here, try to block the punt, and then try to get an onside kick. I mean, have we seen that before?
Sure.
They've gotten one, almost gotten 2 others.
Or if you're Cal, you could just run it up the middle, have Hodge keep it, and then take the delay of game on the punt. Or force Union County to use that last time out. Nice safe pass right there. Excellent coaching on the part of the receiver as
Not going out of bounds.
Gaines Howard, I believe that's the first time we've called his name, and he turns it back into the middle of the field.
And they do.
And, yep, Union County takes timeout. That's their last one.
And I think you do that. You save that when you try to block the punt. See what happens here. Has Christian Academy punted? I don't believe they have.
Maybe once or twice, perhaps.
One time for 34 yards,
Yep,
Tyree
there you go.
Stoner.
Union County has not punted all that often, have they?
I think twice, because remember the one off the side of his foot at the end of the half.
That's right. We thought it was blocked maybe. Good call there.
UK Healthcare, Kentucky Children's Hospital.
Both teams, Christian Academy already back out on the field. A minute to go, though, with the timeout. And Stoner is out there, so he is going to be the punter.
And we talk about rushing the punter. But, I mean, again, if you're playing field position, like you said, one punt for 34 yards. I mean, it wasn't long. It was low. You know, setting up the return's not a bad way to go either. Especially, who's back there? If it was me, it'd be Johnson. Let's see who it is. Johnson is, in fact, back there. I believe with Thomas.
I was going to say, if it was me, it'd be Johnson and Thomas.
See, look at you.
And I know you got a lot going on, so I'm not sure. Man,
doesn't look like they're set up for a rush at all.
I don't want Thomas. If I'm Cal, got to make sure you tackle him. He's going to have a head start here.
Or you could just punt it out of bounds.
It was that rugby punt the opposite way of Thomas. So,
boy, and that was not a long punt at all. Like, what, 20-some yards or something?
Just barely past the first down markers. Ball just checked up.
So the line of scrimmage was the 39. It's at the 41.
20-yard punt.
Yep, there we go.
All right, well.
I think I'd give it to that Johnson guy.
8 of 17 passing.
Still got time now. Under
Still
4
got
minutes
time.
to go. But you got 3 receivers here at the bottom. Solo receiver up at the top. And Johnson is going to pass. Nice job of stretching out that defense until somebody worked their way open. And that, in fact, they did. Couldn't see who that was with those shadows.
I believe it was Thomas again. They're taking time getting lined up. They've wasted some time here.
Johnson to pass again. And he saw the contact coming.
Ooh.
That was Caton Wilson. And he was looking up to see who was bearing down on him before he pulled it in and secured it.
So 3rd and 5 right here.
Definitely 2 down territory with 3:21 to play.
Thomas split way wide right and Wilson on the left. 2 guys most likely to get it.
Unless something like that happens. Cal brought the pressure. And it was Jackson Settle who busted through there.
Yeah, the leading tackler on this season, and he has had a good day today, and that one right there just coming.
And I know you got to get off another play, but really no sense of urgency on the part of Union County with the clock still running now under 3 minutes.
No timeouts left.
This is it for the Braves. And down goes Johnson.
Pressure again, and Cal dials up pressure on the last 2 plays.
That looked like Kellen Hall was amongst the group that was in there.
That's about 6 of them in there on that
Yeah.
one, as we see here, just the offensive line, a twist there, a stunt there, and Hall coming in free from the left side of Johnson. He didn't see him, and he had all kinds of help there. And
Christian Shafter in there to help him. And now they've not only got the field position, but I would think that Cal would be more than content to run as much clock as they can. Hodge looking up there at that play clock at the end zone here at Kroger Field. They snapped that ball with 6 seconds left, and then he put it on the ground. Are you kidding?
Union County ball.
Are you kidding?
They have life.
How in the world does that happen?
Rapier with the recovery.
Here it is. It looks like
Hobbs.
that Hobbs just started looking to cut up field. I mean, if I get that ball back, I'm telling Hodge that I don't know what you got planned, but you can plan to pack it 4 times. And so, again, Union County, not finished yet. Johnson, pass incomplete.
Yeah, timing pattern there that Thomas goes out about 15 yards and a little comeback to 12 yards and the ball thrown out of bounds.
Amari Black was there.
Boy, I thought this game, we thought it's been over how many times?
Right.
The Braves just keep battling.
That ball nearly picked. That was Garyon Hobbs. And wouldn't have that been apropos?
It would have been.
Had the guy who put the ball on the deck got it back with a turnover of his own.
I want to see, too, here, because Christian Academy just bringing pressure all over the place in the last 2 plays of the drive before these first 2 plays here. It's just like they know they're going to throw it, and the pressure is coming from all different ways.
3rd and 10, and remember, Union County cannot stop the clock. They've been bringing so much pressure that they really have to keep that one back in the backfield.
Delay of game. And there's the flag.
Union County's had a number of those penalties here in the second half.
Well, and Johnson got hit pretty good on that last one, and it just took him a little bit to get going.
3rd and 15 at the 20.
But despite the punishment that young man has taken, he's played right through it.
He has. His numbers are not going to look as good as they should because of those 3 big sacks that he's taken. Oh.
That's Sun right there. That ball was right in his hands. And the ball was thrown out of the shadows, and he's looking at right over top of us where that sun starts to go down, even though it's only 2:15. But here's another 4th and long for the Braves.
Clock running down the play clock again. He's going to have to get it off.
Just beats that play clock. And now he's brought down.
5 guys again. They bring pressure. It was Settle, the first one there, and he had all kinds of help, and that's the 3rd sack on the last 2 series. Christian Academy just selling out, bringing the pressure, and nothing for Union County to do to stop it.
So it's first down for Cal at the Union County 12, 2:14 to go. And again, I would be incredibly, incredibly surprised if Hodge hands that ball off or passes it to anybody.
I would think this would be Hodge to the left, Hodge to the right, Hodge wherever he wants to go, and there you go, Connor Hodge.
How about Hodge to the end zone?
Hodge to the end zone once again.
Touchdown Cal, and a huge, huge day for the former and future wide receiver, Connor Hodge.
13 of 17, 225 yards passing and 2 touchdowns, 18 carries, 137 yards, and 4 touchdowns rushing for Connor Hodge. So on the season, that's going to be 19 rushing touchdowns and 40 passing touchdowns for Connor Hodge.
What a game. We have seen some incredible individual performances in this state high school championship. We've seen them over the years, and we have seen them this weekend. But, boy, I'm telling you, Connor Hodge has been something special.
I'll tell you this, East Carolina is getting a good one in Connor Hodge.
And, you know, at that ECU level, if they needed him to, and he's shown an ability to do it, depending on the speed, he could play like in the secondary or like a rover or something. I mean, a long, long season these guys have had. And, I mean, he and Johnson, and I know there are others, but you've got a number of young men from both teams that have played the vast majority of snaps today.
It's about the only one that Connor Hodge doesn't on the kickoff team.
Right? 42-21.
By the way, remember, 3 senior starters for this Christian Academy team.
Right.
Like, I think 7 or 8 seniors on the entire roster.
And that ball was touched by Union County and out of bounds. And again, I want to make sure everybody hears this right. Now, this is, you know, when programs get like this, they have people come calling who want to be a part of the program. It's none of this recruiting stuff that people allege and everything, but I mean, there will be people that will see this and want to be a part of what they've got going on.
They have got something good going on at Christian Academy, and a lot of young. Think of the freshman names that that we've said. I mean, Man Robinson and Kellen Hall and Goff, the sophomores. When you look at Garyon Hobbs and Jahide Brown, guys that are going to be playmakers for them for the future.
Johnson's going to keep it, and he's wrapped up.
I have to say this about Johnson. He's played a whale of a game.
Hadn't he, though?
He is a warrior. His numbers are not going to look like it. He's now down. I think he was up to, when I looked a little while ago, he was up to 160 yards rushing. He's now down to 123 after that 1-yard loss. 27 carries for 123 yards. He's taken a beating here in the last few minutes, and he just keeps battling away. 9 of 22, 88 yards and a touchdown. What a great career. Somebody's going to get a good one with him.
Well, and I'm not sure about the recruiting or anything like that, but I did hear some of the coaching staff in the elevator on the way down at halftime. He apparently has not committed anyone yet.
Yeah.
On the tackle, Matt Robinson.
Robinson with the tackle. So Christian Academy going to win it for 3 years in a row. And, again, by my count.
Does that make him 5 for 5 in this championship game?
It does.
So Union County will end an outstanding season with a record of 12-3. They've got a lot to be proud of. This is the 60th year for the school, and this was their first ever appearance in the state championship game.
Derek Johns has done a great job there in his 9 seasons, and this is a team that they have a program that they have built up, and look forward to see what they do in the future.
How about Johnson? That'll help those yardage numbers. Can he get to the end zone? He can, and there's a flag, though, down back at the 46-yard line. Got to be in the area of a hold, because that would have happened right in front of, like, the head linesman or something. Where
of the freshman names that that we've said, I mean, Man Robinson and Kellen Hall and Goff, the sophomores. When you look at Garyon Hobbs and Jahide Brown, guys that are going to be playmakers for them for the future.
Johnson's going to keep it, and he's wrapped up.
I have to say this about Johnson. He's played a whale of a game.
Hadn't he, though?
He is a warrior. His numbers are not going to look like it. He's now down. I think he was up to, when I looked a little while ago, he was up to 160 yards rushing. He's now down to 123 after that 1-yard loss. 27 carries for 123 yards. He's taken a beating here in the last few minutes, and he just keeps battling away. 9 of 22, 88 yards and a touchdown. What a great career. Somebody's going to get a good one with him.
Well, and I'm not sure about the recruiting or anything like that, but I did hear some of the coaching staff in the elevator on the way down at halftime. He apparently has not committed anyone yet.
Yeah.
On the tackle, Van Robinson.
Robinson with the tackle. So Christian Academy going to win it for 3 years in a row. And again, by my count,
Does that make him 5 for 5 in this championship game?
it does.
So Union County will end an outstanding season with a record of 12-3. They've got a lot to be proud of. This is the 60th year for the school, and this was their first ever appearance in the state championship game.
Derek Johns has done a great job there in his 9 seasons, and this is a team that they have a program that they have built up, and look forward to see what they do in the future.
How about Johnson? That'll help those yardage numbers. Can he get to the end zone? He can. And there's a flag, though, down back at the 46-yard line. Got to be in the area of a hold, because that would have happened right in front of like the head linesman or something, where a receiver would have been out there blocking. Maybe.
Let him have the 70-yard touchdown. I didn't see a hold on the edge.
Personal foul. Offense. Illegal blindside block.
Ooh,
10.
illegal blindside block.
See if we can take another look at that, young William. Here we go.
That's something you would normally see.
We got, he's right on the side. It wasn't a cheap shot or anything.
That's a tough call. And Coach Johns is pointing up at the big screen. That's a tough call.
Tough call in a 21-point game with 24 seconds left.
Yeah.
And unless this ball is put in the air, this should be the last snap. Johnson keeps it on the ground, and that'll do it. Tackled on the play by Micah Newsom, and Christian Academy of Louisville, with its 12th win against just 3 losses, and the Centurions will take another state championship back to Louisville.
They're 5 for 5 in state championships games. Hunter Cantwell, his 3rd. And they join the likes of Fort Thomas, Highlands, and Trinity, and Belfry, and Bowling Green, and Mayfield, and Boyle County, and Pikeville. Schools that have won 3 in a row. That's a pretty illustrious group there that Christian Academy joins today.
Absolutely. So once again, a gutty effort on the part of Union County, and just a really